And I know this is gonna sound unpopular, but it is bull crap where where it's accepted norm society that, well, you gotta have shitty people in your life because that's just how it is. And to do business and to do anything, there's gonna be an element of shitty people in life. Oh, bullshit to that. Like, no. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Uncharted. So, oh my gosh, today, I just honestly was kind of rushing to actually get into my office so that I can record today's episode because it's just something that I feel so pulled to talk about and just diving into and just fully feeling into it. But I'm actually gonna just calm myself down for a few seconds just to get in the right space, to get in the right framework so we can get the best out of this episode, because as we know, it is all about the intention and the energy that we set in each and every one of the things. So I would like to invite you to just take a few minutes with me. It's just focus on our breathing, set our intention, and just relax into it. So if you can, close your eyes. As always, if you're driving, just listen and say them with me, but still focus on your driving. Okay, so close your eyes, back up straight, and breathe in and out. And just take a few breaths in and out. And on every exhale, just focus on letting go of any stress, tension, worry, frustration, anything that is just that you feel it's like, oh, I need to let go of that. Take this time now to just let go of it in your breath and out. And breathe in and out. Just focusing each exhale on letting go. Breathe in and out. And now we're going to switch it up and just focus on an inhale. And breathing in just light, love, clarity, and just set the intention of what it is that you'd like to achieve today, in this moment, in this second. As simple as just for this moment, what you'd like to draw within you. So breathe it in, fill it all up, fill it, let it go to every space. Hold it for a few seconds, hold that breath, and let it out. And breathe it in, hold it for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it out. Feel what you've just set the intention, draw into every part of your body. Breathe it in, hold it for 5, and let it out. Okay, guys, open your eyes and let's jump into today's episode. And today, I'm feeling such a strong call, pull, whatever you want to say, to actually talk about letting go of what's no longer serving you, letting go of things that are no longer beneficial to you and everything around it, and letting it be okay. Because I know that sometimes when you have a situation or person or friend or whatever in your life, or even a job, you can feel this obligation to stick it out or see it through. But at the end of the day, is it actually beneficial for you to stay in that relationship, to stay in that situation, to stay in that vibrational energy, to stay in something that is no longer serving you? And this is the thing. And I say this is from my personal experience, and I'm not talking about anybody else's and when it's right for you, when it's not, but I can just talk about when it's right for me. And I have, in many times in my life, stayed in situations or jobs or whatever that wasn't serving me, and it felt like an obligation to do that. And I know we've spoken about that in a few episodes, about choosing careers and choosing jobs out of obligation, but the same goes for relationship and people that are in your life. And I honestly hold true to the belief that people are in your life for a season and a reason. And sometimes they're there for a lifetime, and sometimes they're just there for a season, and that's okay. And that's what I feel called to talk about in this podcast, is that it's okay to let somebody go, or to let a situation go, or to let a job go, or career go, or business partnership, or anything. let it go. If it's no longer serving you, if you have learned the lessons that you're meant to learn. And that's the thing, some people that are in your life for like a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, a year, they are there in your life for you to learn certain things, to learn certain lessons. But when you start feeling that it is negatively affecting you, where you are dreading talking to this person, or you're dreading the situation, or you're dreading going in, just being around the person, then those are trigger signs that something is not right. And maybe it's a time to reevaluate the relationship, the friendship, the partnership, the situation, and just let it go. And don't ever feel bad for doing that, because at the end of the day, you're doing what is right for you, what is aligned for you. And honestly, from my standpoint, when I do let toxic things go, it is so freeing. It's just like literally, I can feel I can breathe. I'm not on edge, not on angst, not on just like, it's just so freeing and so liberating. And so it's just like, oh, yes, I can do it. And that's the thing. I want you to actually look at situations in your life currently, now more than ever. Take a look at situations in your life, relationships in life, things in life, and look at it from an honest, neutral point going, do I actually want to continue down the road that I'm on? And if it is a yes, then is there areas that I need to work on? Is there things that I need to more effectively communicate? And looking at a relationship, you may not be ready to let go of the relationship, but are you willing to put in the work that is needed to actually make it where you don't feel on edge, or you don't feel anxiety or frustration or sadness or confusion, whatever it may be? It takes work. And if you're going to stay in such a relationship, I'm not saying that the relationship is toxic or anything, but a relationship where you feel anxiety, then ask yourself, what is it that I can do? What is it they can do? And can we come to a place of just discussing? Because that sometimes is also what you need, is to actually be open to communication as well. Be open to listening, hearing, feeling, seeing from both sides, and just being open to it and letting flow, letting go what needs to, and just, be. So Carson Seibel, I have honestly been in a situation where I've made excuses for people's behavior, where I just like, oh no, but they're going through a difficult time, or this and this and this is happening. But at the end of the day, you can't keep putting excuses on things that are festering and hurting you inside. You have to actually look at what's good for you. And that, in terms of just who you have around you, who you have in your inner circle, in your inner sanctum, who you do business with, who you allow in, just all of that needs to be a vibrational match for you. And I know this is going to sound unpopular, but it is bull crap where it's accepted norm society that, well, you got to have shitty people in your life because that's just how it is. And to do business and to do anything, there's going to be an element of shitty people in life. Oh, bullshit to that. Like, no. You can have an awesome working environment. You can have an awesome business partner. You can have an awesome business relationship. You can have soulmate clients. You can have soulmate friends. You can have a soulmate relationship. It does not have to be a struggle, a compromise, just this negative thing. It doesn't ever have to be that way. It is a choice. Everything in life is a choice. And that, honestly, I think is the crux of all of us. It is a choice. We choose to actually place ourselves in the position where we either are going to be respected, we either are going to be loved and have that mutual understanding where we can be vulnerable and just be us, or we're not, or we're going to have a place where we continually have to have our guard up, continually have to be on edge and worry on eggshells. What is it that you're going to say, do, what, offend? And, cards on the table. That is why I can hand on heart say I don't have the perfect relationship with my sister-in-law. And that's because there is that I don't know if what I'm going to say is going to be accepted or not. And that's fine. I can't change that aspect because it is my husband's wife after all. So I understand there's people in your life where you have to just deal with the cards that you dealt. You just have to deal with the situation as it is. But that's okay. That aspect is okay. Those are people that you can't do. You can just limit your interaction and your time and how you spend it with them to also just safeguard yourself and the energies that it bring in. So you can do that. So let me actually just speak to that point about putting safeguards in place. If you know that you have to be around this person for, let's say, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, whatever it is, then actually go into it with a state of, hey, it's okay. This is a X amount of hour thing. I'll be okay. I'll be fine. I feel grounded. I feel sure in myself. And just be. It doesn't need to be an altercation, doesn't need to be an angst. It is. It is what it is, and that's all it is, to quote a mentor of mine. It is what it is, and that's all it is. That's all it is. You just go into that situation just from a place of neutrality, not from a place of anxiety or frustration or angst, and just send them love, because you know what? It's like they've got their issues in their life, whatever that may be, and that's why they act in a certain way, whatever. They've all got their issues. Just send them light and love and just call it what it is. But when it comes to other things that are people that you're inviting into your life, that you're bringing in, so business partners, business opportunities, friends, best friends, that kind of thing, those are choices you have. And then you've got a choice whether to allow somebody in that's not fully aligned with you or allow somebody in that is aligned with you. And it's okay if you only have like a handful of friends, or if only like 2 friends that are fully soulmate aligned with you, because those are going to be your go-to any situation, shit hits the fan, life throws you curveballs. Those are the people that are going to be there, and they are going to support you, and they're going to love you, and they're going to nurture you through it. Same as what you would be there for them. You will be there no matter what. I know that like when I had to have surgery, and strange thing about my surgery, for those of you who don't know, I got hand injury and I got stabbed in the hand with the scissors, no less, by my 3-year-old son. It was an accident, and we're not going to go into specifics. It was just one of those weird, when your mother tells you don't ever run with scissors. My son didn't listen to that one, and I bore the brunt of that one. So long story short, I got injured, and I had to wait for my call to surgery because the hospitals were overflowing over the weekend, and I had to wait my turn. And I was at home with the kids, and my husband was at home, and my mother was out of town, and she was still driving on her way back. And I got a phone call saying, you need to be in hospital within the next half an hour because you're booked in for surgery in the next hour and a half to 2 hours. So obviously I had to get in the car and go, but hand injured, I can't just drive myself to the hospital, like really now. So my husband obviously has to take me, but who's going to look after the kids? And I knew that I have somebody that's so close to me that I could just pick up the phone. She dropped everything, came over within 10 minutes. She was here looking after the kids. And that's the kind of people you want in your life. You want somebody that, if shit hits the fan, will drop what they're doing and get their ass over to you, and they will be there. And they will be there no matter what. And with that said, it's a 2-way street, people. I'm not going to go, get your soul, my friends, get this. No. It's a 2-way street. If you're not willing to be that person for somebody else, then you got a problem. Like, you can't be selfish. If you want to actually have a vibrationally aligned match with people around you that's good, then it's a 2-way street. You can't expect them to do that for you if you're not willing to do that for them, okay? I'm just going to say that if you're not willing to sacrifice or do anything, or in the middle of the night when you get a phone call, get up and like race, then don't expect anybody else to do the same for you, because we are a match for the energy that we put out. And if we put out people just like, talking bad about you, whatever, then that's what you're going to get, okay? Because guess what? More than likely you're doing the same. If somebody else is talking bad about you, guess what? You honestly you cannot tell me that you don't do the same, because gossip, 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 gossip. Like, So I don't buy into gossip. It's not my thing. Let's not go there. But that being said, I'm not saying that I've never ever gossiped in my life. I mean, like, I'm not Miss Goody Two Shoes, Miss Perfect sitting over here. Not in the slightest. But it's something that I am working on vibrationally to just get out of my system. And you choose what you want to choose. But to circle back to what we're talking about here, you don't ever have to be in the situation where you have people in your life that are not a vibrational match to you. And as I said, if it's starting to feel, it's okay if you were feeling each other and you were just really good and you worked and it made sense and everything was fine and you grew and you laughed and you laughed together, but now something just doesn't feel the same, and something just feels different, something feels odd. That's okay. That just means that that person was in your life for a season and a reason, and what you needed to learn from them, what you needed to grow from them, you've done that, and now you have grown past that friendship, or grown past that business relationship, or grown past that employment. You needed to be there to learn certain aspects of your growth, your growth in your career kind of thing. And no longer are you like the junior architect. I don't know why, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like I talk a lot about an architect in my episodes, in my podcast. I don't know. It's an interesting one. I just just realized it. I was like, I keep referring to like the architect, the artist. Maybe because I wish I could draw. Like, I mean, okay, no, honestly, I can't draw. I was going to say like I can draw, but no, like, no, I can't. I can paint. And I can paint really nice artistic paints and things like that. But I can't really draw. But nice to draw. But then again, I think I kind of find that boring, drawing lines and like everything being like symmetrically shaped, and oh my gosh, the accuracy and the confusion, and oh no. Like, no. Architecture I respect, and like an architect designing my dream home. Yeah. That being said, I'm not bad with a CAD. And I've designed a few, like what I'd like my dream house layout to be when I finally build it. I have done that, but not to like the proper scales, because I think the walls of my house are like ridiculously like out of scale. But yeah, look at me getting all like sidetracked with this conversation. But you kind of guys, you do get where I'm going with this, that you have to have. It's okay. Firstly, I'm gonna say this again. It's okay if you've outgrown somebody, but be big enough, man enough, woman enough, balls enough to admit that, you know what, I've outgrown this friendship, and I've outgrown this business, I've outgrown this situation. I've had businesses in the past where I've given it my all and it's run and it's been beautiful, but I have outgrown it. Like, I used to, at one stage, like, what is this, like 15 years ago, I ran an e-commerce site where I sold handbags, and I was really into a phase where I just loved handbags, and I had different handbags, and I was importing them from Bali and all that kind of things. But I got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I love handbags, but I'm like so over it. Like, even though it's like bringing in money and whatever, I'm just like over it. I can't look at another handbag and style. It's not my thing anymore. So I sold the business, and it's okay. Like, it's okay to go, you know what? Like, I'm not having fun anymore. I'm not enjoying this. And it's okay to be honest and true with yourself. You know what? As long as you're honest and true to yourself, it's okay. Because if people around you don't want to accept it, that's okay. They were just not meant to be in your life. Like, bye, next, like, thank you, next. But actually, ask yourself in hearts of hearts, is this person I want to be around? Is this business what I want to be in? Is this situation what I want to be in? And if it is yes, then look at it going, what aspects of it do I not fully feel aligned with that I can tweak, or where am I? Most of the time when you're like, I've got anxiety or feelings or whatever, angst about this situation or whatever, then it's because, and you still want to be in it, but you don't want to, this areas that you're not finding comfortable. And most of the time it's because you're not fully being yourself in it. You're not fully giving all of you in it, and you're holding back a little bit. And that is what I do find. Please hold. And what I do find is when there is like, oh no, well, I don't feel like I'm ready to say goodbye to that business, for example, or this partnership or this friendship, whatever, then it's because that you don't feel that in there you've actually given your all. Because a lot of times we go in situations half-assed. Like let's be honest, we do half-ass it. And it's like, give it your all. Give everything your all. Don't half-ass things in life. Because if you half-ass, you're going to get a half-ass result and a half-assed situation happening. And it's just like, why certain areas a shit show? Because like, you freaking half-assed it. Like, let's not go there. So, this is just, I know this podcast video thing is gone. Different tangents, different ways. But guys, you know me this way. This is what you love about me. This is what you love about me. It goes where it goes, and it goes where it's supposed to go. And honestly, you look at aspects of what it is that you want to call, and what is the surrounding circle you want, what is the business life you want, or what is the career that you want, what is the work environment that you want, what is the friendship that you want. Everything, all the people that interact in your life on a daily basis, what is it that you want them to be like? And in turn also, what is it that you are bringing to the table? Because at the end of the day, this is where a lot of people get confused, and it just drives me freaking bonkers bananas when it's more like, this is what I want, but not, this is what I'm willing to also bring to the table. I would like you to bring this to the table, and I will bring this. I will match you, and we will serve together. And that's the thing that most people neglect to remember. It's all, I'm setting the intention for this, I'm setting the intention for this, I'm setting for the intention for this, I'm setting this and this and this and this. What action are you taking? Like, honestly, what action are you taking to call that in, that you are showing, hey, I am wanting this, therefore I'm willing to do this, and therefore we can be a vibrational match because our actions and our thoughts are aligned and on the same page. It's like, if you've ever done like any of my manifesting things or courses, I talk about that as well. You cannot say, oh, I'd like to manifest like getting $1,000 every month off my side hustle, hobby, job, whatever. I'm manifesting $1,000 every month coming in with no worries, no stress, with ease, flow, grace. Money flows to me abundantly with ease. And you go through all the affirmations of, I attract money no matter what I do. I make money in my sleep. Money flows to me. Money is attracted to me. I love money and all things money related. By the way, write those down. Those are freaking good affirmations just there. You can't say all of that things and then sit on your ass and do nothing. Like, oh yeah, I'm just going to sit here. This is me chilling in my chair, relaxing, looking pretty, and not do anything. If you want to bring in $1,000 a month through your hobby, then guess what? You're going to have to do like whatever's required of your hobby, whether it's making this stuff, whether it's putting it out there and saying to people, hey, I have this for sale. Like, unless I tell you guys I have a course, or I'm running readings, or I'm running a workshop or retreat, which by the way, I think we're going to have to be running a workshop. I'm thinking of actually running a like in-person workshop. Well, actually, no, not in person, like an online workshop instead of just running a course or having everybody in. But okay, see, look, I get sidetracked. But again, if I don't tell, this is my example, if I don't tell you guys that this is what I'm doing, how the dickens am I going to expect money to flow to me? I'm just going to like, what do I think? I'm just going to sit here and go, well, I would like $1,000 and I've got a course, I've made it and it's sitting in my computer, but I'm not going to like put it up on the website. I'm not going to put it up on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or Etsy or whatever it is that your product may be. And I'm just going to sit on it and like tell nobody. and then expect it to happen. Like, I'm going to draw in the soulmate friends, but I'm never going to leave my house. Like, do we see a problem here, people? You can't have soulmate friends. You can't have soulmate relationships. You can't have soulmate business interactions. You can't have an aligned business, or you can't have like the best job ever. Like, imagine this. You're like, oh, I'm setting the intention to have the most magnificent job where the vibe is going to be like this, and I'm going to make X amount of money. But I'm never, ever, ever going to apply for a job, let alone I'm not even going to tell anybody that I'm looking for this. Because imagine if you just sat there and you were like talking to a friend, and this true story, this actually happened. Like, you sit there and you talk to a friend. Actually, let me go to the story. My husband and I were looking for a new salesman for a business that we had. And we're looking for a salesman that's a go-getter or whatever. And had we shut our mouths and not said anything, then guess what? Where we're going to get the salesperson from? Like, well, it's just going to magically appear. What we did was we went to a coffee shop. And at the time, in the coffee shops where we went to, there was a lot of like waiters, busboys, whatever, that are really good at their craft, really good at drawing the crowds in, selling their restaurants, saying, hey, come and eat here, come and do this. And they draw the crowd in. And so we decided to go one of those, and we said out loud, we're really looking for a salesman, to run these things. And one of the waiters was like, ears picked up, because he was looking for a changing career. And he started talking to us and was like, oh, hi guys, like, what do you need, whatever. And he then proceeded to sell himself to us. And right then and there, we actually said to him, come in for an interview. We, would start you to trial run, whatever. But my point is, we put it out there. We spoke it. We did something, placed ourselves in a position where we would be around people who are sales inclined, sales aligned, and like put the message out there. And same thing, like, you can say to a friend, hey, I'm actually looking to change careers, whatever. And they'd be like, oh, XYZ is actually would be a perfect fit for you. They are looking to advertise this role. It's not yet advertised. I've had many stories of that, where people say the things and then they find out that so-and-so is looking, and it's the dream company they've always worked for, and it's not been made public yet, the announcement that they're looking for somebody. So you get the job before it's in applied. And this is the thing. I'm not saying that, go out that you're just going to find a job like it. But what I'm saying is, you can't expect something when you do nothing. And this is now somehow become about jobs and everything and manifesting. But it's the same principle, like same thing with manifesting, same principle that you let go of what's not serving you, let go and release. And in order to draw in what you actually want, you need to actually be a match for it. You need to be actually willing to put your ass on the line also for what you want. You don't need to go like all in, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do all this, but you got to do your bit as well. Okay. So you can't expect something if you don't do or nothing in exchange, kind of a thing. Okay. Honestly, guys, not where I thought this episode was going to go, as we all know, but I liked it nonetheless, and I'm happy with it. So anyway, love you all as always. Love it if you let me know what's going on in your life. As you know, I love hearing from you. I love talking to you. Let me know what's going on in your life, and send me a message, send me a comment. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for being with me for another episode. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of light and love. Bye.